side here for KARMINE CORP. So they say, okay, we're coming into this one, it's do or die. Let's take a little bit of a chance here. You know, Skarner, yes, he did get nerfed, but Kalista still very strong, still extremely strong, and pretty much kind of breaks the current meta, and that's why she's pretty much permaban. Hasn't been so far here at first stands. We have seen her a couple of times, but it's still an extremely strong pick.
Yeah, and what Top Esports themselves did when they gave up the Kalista was then pick the Varus and Nico into it, the heavy poke lane. And so we'll see the Ashe already picked up here for the kind of classic counter into Kalista. And they could also go another range poke champion, really try and do like a similar thing that Top Esports did. Of course, there were some updates to Kalista, so they made the Ashe counter a little bit less painful because they basically like halved the effect of attack speed slows on the hindrance for your hop, and they raised the baseline bottom for your hop, your martial cadence. For Kalista, so it is still a counter. It's not as painful as it used to be, and if you have Renata by your side, that's always a match made in heaven. Yeah,
Kalista Renata, Kalista Nico is the other one that you very nicely pointed out that was taken away, and they decide they want the Renata here. They see the Skarner, definitely a very good pick into that. We see oftentimes a lot of heavy dive go along with Ashe and Skarner, so I feel like Renata is the better pick here. And Bessa going to be prioritized for the top lane, 4-3-6-9. Still a lot available on the top side. You know, the Jace, the Cassante, stuff like this still available. And we'll see if Casey wants to pick one of those for Kana right here.
Yeah, let's see. Does he want some sort of bully lane into it? Some powerful 1v1? Certainly has been the direction. He has really preferred this Jace in a lot of them, and he has been able to get some leads with the Jace, but they haven't
been... Navi can kind of forget that game ever happened and move on. The Victor ban up against Vladdy, definitely a good one.
Yep, his most picked. Most pick champ off the board, so let's see, what shall we go with here? Support, I will assume, and they can continue to hide Vladdy's pick.
Okay. Took quite a while there. They went right down to the end of the timer, and it's Karma.
Yeah, it's an arms race in the bottom lane. Again, I'm assuming this is Karma support here with the Ashe for the big poke, you know, big damage early on in the lane down on the bottom side.
We would hope so. Don't necessarily want to see another swap. I don't think there's any reason, just like there didn't seem to be a good reason in the last series. Aurora going to be the follow-up here, so very low range on the side of Top Esports, but it's all going in the same direction at least.
Yeah, they need a point person for their dive at the moment because they have two solo laners that are pretty good at dive. They've got an AD carry that's pretty short range and likes to follow up on these dives, and Renata bailout as well, but they really need... interesting. Viego, I mean, single target stun and does work well off of resets, so bailout plus Viego can sometimes create some interesting situations and some big resets and painful moments. So we'll see if they can get that one done. Viego also into
Jackie Love as we're getting ready for this game number 1 of this best of 3. Yeah, get some nice cheers out there in the crowd. Yeah,
that would seem pretty powerful, honestly. All right, let's see about the level 1 here. Looking towards Raptor Ward first.
Gonna delay the back just a little bit. It is, of course, Grasp in the top lanes. All kind of makes sense. Nothing really surprising in terms of the runes from what I can tell. And so should be pretty standard from here as we're looking at the global power rankings powered by AWS. You can see it's number 5 for TES and number 21 for KC. But we'll see what happens here today. It's really about today's form that I'm more curious about.
Yeah, numbers aren't everything. I do want to mention too something.
Still have his TP. Vladdy did go back and utilize it after picking up his tier. So going to try and get that stacking as early as possible. They know there's a ward in here, so Chris just going to sweep that one out. And try to get a lot of value down here on the bottom side. But Yike coming on in. This is this scuttle fight you were mentioning, as there's the handshake. Going to clap them two together as Kanavi does get away from the tether of the Karma. Just a lot of back and forth here. Jackie Love is going to get into the fight first, taking the 1v1 here against Kalisz and just zoning him away. As now the Hawkshot does come in, and Kalisz desperate to try to get in on this one, as Kanavi will be stunned into the wall. Do they have the damage to take him down, though, is the question. As in comes Vladdy. Kanavi gets the reset, but the double knockup comes in from Vladdy, and that will be a couple on the board here for KC already. And there you go, another stun into the wall. KC pick up 4 kills in the first fight.
The Vladdy diff, the mid-roam, Valdez, Talia down into the river first, and the flash, he gets the seismic shove, and they get 4 kills for KC in the opener.
You know, this is exactly what I was talking about with Top Esports. They just do this sometimes. They will not back down from a fight, and sometimes it really comes back to bite them. And big credit to KC. I mean, Yike is everywhere right now. The stuns in the wall have been used. The stun, the flash forward, Vladdy picks up another one. As here comes Viego. Kanavi's like, well, I gotta get something out of this, and at least he does get the 1 kill into Vladdy. But that's all they're going to get right now. He can do something with that bit of extra gold. Bit of a 2v2 down on the bottom side, though. Kalisz is going to get quite low himself. Targamas looking for a little bit more. The empowered Q does come in. The Mantra Q. Just a bit of poke down. But yeah, here comes Yike, and Yike, level 5. We're gonna go through the wall here. Jackie Love incredibly low as they try to move forward and take the fight once again. They want the reset here on Jackie, and he will be able to pick it up. Can he get a second one? Not going to happen this time. The flash from Crisp. At least he gets the 1 kill. And Yike, well, he's able to set up the gank at least.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yike ganks bottom, but they lose 2, and they're gonna be losing Void Grubs while this happens.
Yeah.
TES.
Well, nice little knock-up here on Chris, but it's not really, I mean, he's got his wall, so he could look to dive this one, but doesn't know exactly where the Kalista is. If he's timing this correctly, he should know that Jackie should be back very soon, so Vladdy smartly not going to overcommit to this one.
Dude, that was just clean bottom lane in the 2v3. Jackie flashing for it, gets his bailout, then Chris flashing to finish the other one off, and as I said, the Void Grubs were picked up during that. On respawn, though, we do see the reset, and Yike takes away the dragon, so they do end up trading the objectives for themselves, no problem. And KC are still massively ahead.
The wall comes in. Jackie's in so much trouble again. And that one is going to go to Targamas, unfortunately, but they're just setting up more and more kills. And again, Top Esports not respecting them at this point in time. KC are making them pay.
Vladdy came to play for sure.
369 can make Kana pay for it, as nope, the ward is going to spot the roam coming up. As now Targamas, he might be the one to pay, as the handshake does come in. The stun into Jackie Love is not going to be enough. Yike does show his face, but not on time. But yeah, trying to get a ward in that brush. You don't know if they're there. You will pay for that one.
Yeah, TS with their comp here, they want to constantly scrap because they have a little bit funky of a comp. Need to get some earlier gold, and they do just that with another bot side play. Jackie Love here on the Kalista with the majority of them, but you were just checking in on Kana's gold. He continues to farm away up here. More turret play money for him as well. Also engages for them. KC have a lot more waves. Well, wait a second here. We've got the reset.
Yeah, kind of just jumped into that one. To the skies he goes, and well, to the ground he will go as well. Pretty easy setup on that gank, as he thought he was safe. The rest of his team was in the river. Wasn't meant to be.
They've got teleport on Aurora too, so TS could have numbers advantage. They teleport Aurora in.
They're gonna teleport her in. You can see that KC, that they get the 1 grub and they get out, so at least they get 1, but it's just the 1. So not quite that many stacked up for them. It will be 5 for the side of TES in this game.
Yeah, it was a really good rotation for TES. Trying to play off that Mbessa ultimate, and 369 nailed it there, so very, Kanavi's getting so deep, he does dodge the shove.
It's a bait all along, maybe? He's gonna get away, but that was extremely dangerous. You saw the Ash Arrow coming up, you saw the Karma, the Skarner nearby, and now Cream in a bit of trouble himself. He is going to take the aggro. He's taking a bunch of rocks to the face. That was another bonus rock from Yike, but it's not going to land, as the Aurora can be quite slippery. Here comes a wall. Chris was in the brush. He is going to have to flash away from that one after the handshake, just to make sure he stays alive.
Yeah, good disengage from him and necessary disengage. That's for TES because Jackie Love's reset was a little delayed here.
Yeah.
So it does, they're gonna have to mess around and like try and delay or something to buy some more time. And honestly, it looks like they're gonna try and show here a little bit of threat and see how delayed they can make it.
I mean, the threat is in. We'll see what this comes down to. Kanavi's not in range to smite that one as, oh, he pulls him into the wall, right as Cream, and a massive impale comes down as well, but in goes 369 to that backline. Should be able to take out Kalist, but a couple of kills do go the way of KC. You see Kana and Yank, though, low on health. Jackie Love once more. He'll get the one, and Kanavi gets the other. So it will be Top Esports to actually get a punish at the end of that fight.
Yep, Jackie may have been a little bit later than everyone else, but he got there in the end, and TES with 4 kills for themselves, plus being able to push in mid and bottom, means Jackie's going to get turret plate money. 369 is going to get some turret plate money as well, and they're with his fresh purchase.
We got a fight in live, actually. The tether comes down. That's a shutdown going the way of Vladdy. You saw that he got caught under the turret down in the bottom side. And that's the wrong guy to give that gold over to. Kanavi looking a little bit more like his day one form in this first game. He is really throwing caution to the wind, and Vladdy will pick that up every
all the way from mid lane. Kalist.
Yeah, I mean, Arrow wasn't there. He's probably alive. As the impale over the wall, that's going to be a big issue for Crisp, as Yike is having a big game tonight here on the Skarner.
Beautiful stuff. I mean, right over the wall, brings him back. And
into, I think also Yike, you know, he's Skarner. He doesn't necessarily need that much gold to do what he does, and he has been hitting the slams on the walls. He's gotten some big impales already, so it is a big issue that the Viego is so fed, but also the fact that they have Skarner. He's a tank. He's going to be, you know, stunning people rather than needing a ton of gold. I think that's just fine.
Yeah, TS, since they are so skirmish heavy and Kanavi has Collector now, they really want to use it. They want to use that Collector, so he's immediately going to force. He's the one with the 2-item power spikes. He is the only one with the 2-item power spike in the game, and so he immediately goes out to Rift Herald. KC are actually coming on over to it at the moment, but a little bit slow there, so just kind of watching. And it's a little weird because that does just give up. Cream, you know, kind of free pushing over here towards tower, easily avoids any sort of counterplay there. So they got the Rift Herald. They got the wave pushed in as well, and Kanavi, again, since he's on his big power spike here, looking very aggressively in through enemy territory. 369.
Yeah, just going for the 1v1 here. It's a very long lane down on the bottom side, and the chase potential is pretty huge. He dodges the ult, though. Very nicely done by Kana to get away from this one. Can he survive is still the question. We got a big impale down on the, well, up on the top side jungle as Jackie Love up against the wall. Tries to dash over it. It's not going to be enough. The shutdown goes to Yike, and Vladdy still on the chase. Cream going to find an angle on the back line. At least Case takes down Kalist, but Cream in a bit of trouble himself as Yike is on the chase. He will have to go for the flash just to try to survive. And this might just be the longest chase of the tournament so far. Even a TP committed to just to make sure he absolutely goes down. As Vladdy should be given the kill here at the very end if he can hit the Q. One more auto could do it as he goes to Miz, and yeah, Vladdy does take down the kill. Meanwhile, Kana just taking another turret in the top lane.
Nice punish there from KC on that. He's also on his 2-item power spike, so see what kind of chase down.
Vladdy in a bit of trouble. Oh, the Mbessa over the wall. Couldn't see that one coming, and that is a shutdown for 369. So now you don't only have the jungle and the AD carry ahead, you've got also the top laner now ahead for the side of Top Esports.
Yeah, all Kanavi had to do, get that stun so that you can lock him in place for the Mbessa ultimate. 369 comes over the top, and they have fully taken over this top side jungle. It's been turned into a bit of a death trap as it's gone completely dark for the side of KC, and they're going to fully rotate up to this tower.
Yeah, I mean, the arrow's going to hit, but the follow-up, will it be there? Yike, he could have gone for the impale, but he decided against it. Just said, well, not worth it. I think, you know, with the arrow coming in, could have just taken the free Renata kill, but not going to go for it himself. And yeah, I mean, Kana wasn't there. He didn't have TP, so I like the pressure that comes in from Top Esports to try to chip away at that turret. State of the game is going to be huge. You can see that 369, Kanavi, and Cream all ahead on XP. Kanavi just kind of running into the darkness as the Death Rush comes in. KC going to get big win off of that one. Jackie Love trying to hop away. He's got the bailout. He has to go forward, but now we've even got the impale coming in. That's a third kill for the side of KC. 369 and Cream just running away, and it's a triple for Kana. As we have the ult coming in and the flash forward, but that is Aurora, so she just hops away.
Yeah, and you don't want to overchase because the Otacon is up right now on the bottom side. Yeah, immediately go for that. What a huge, huge timer there for KC. On Fog of War, in the side brush by mid lane, surprise kill Kanavi, the Fed jungler, and they chain it into not one, but 2 objectives. Huge play here for KC. This completely changes the game because they are going to scale quite nicely with all this extra
thing. The Karma able to help at least mitigate some of that damage. Handshake also there, but Top Esports not really in position to follow up on that. So now Top Esports is going to go for the Dragon. Okay. Everybody dodges that arrow. In comes the wall as well. Top Esports just abandoning ship for now. They said, well, a lot of ults used from the side. It's now the flash forward. Yike! He gets the pick on the Cream. It's a free Aurora, just like that, and it should be the Mountain Soul unless Kanavi gets the steal down. It's not going to be easy for him. Not up against the Skarner. It's a 5v4 as well. Jackie Love just took a massive hit to the face with the shock blast. 369, he's just going in. He's just going to send it and make some space for Jackie Love. In goes the Ambessa. Kana on the flank is massive. Going to take down that backline as well. Kanavi, he wants one itty bitty reset, but he's not going to get it. And even Crisp is on the run as well. This is a full ace to the side of KC plus the Mountain Soul. They might finally do it here.
Welcome to first stand, KC.
So, like, TES have had no dragon control this entire game, and they were put up against the wall. They lost Cream, and they said, well, we have to try to send it 4v5. And that is the outcome, right? You throw in the Ambessa, you give him the bailout, and Jackie had already taken so much damage that you have no bailout for him, and kind of just one-shots him. So, no follow-up. KC pretty far ahead at this point, you can say, with the Mountain Soul. It's not going to show in the goal difference, even though it has been a very close game, as they try to set up the Death Brush once again. Cliff's going to give the thumbs up to Kanavi, who this time is going to dodge it. But yeah, KC just trying to hold on to control. There's the arrow, there's the wall. He's going to cast Crisp up against it. As the knockup, not the right way. Yike, not going to land his own impale. Now he's being kited out just a little bit. Cream, though, doesn't quite have the damage. Not even able to get through the Mountain Soul shield. And the volley gets the kill after all of that. And Cream is dead again.
Yep, Cream's dead again. And KC look like they're getting another objective here. That's going to be the Baron on top of their mount. Wait, Kanavi's going?
He's going in. The seismic shove not going to hit, though. TP also utilizes a lot of damage not being put into the Baron, but they're just trying to escort Kanavi away from it.
45 again?
Might just work out. The Ambessa ult not going to hit, as Vladdy does have to flash that one. In it goes 369, though. He wants a bit more. The turn off the Baron. They already got the Baron. Did KC, and Jackie Love's going to go down. The bailout not there, and Kaliss is unstoppable. Yes, Kaliss will go down, but it doesn't quite matter. KC are too far ahead.
They certainly are. TES, no, they are in deep.
Will be dodge. Nicely by Crisp. So yeah, it's nice to have KC finally here in the tournament.
Certainly looks like it. And Kana pushing away on bottom side, but they get hit.
Not number 7. Oh, no, it's number 7. There he goes once again. That kill's going to be given over to Kaliss. As Cream now 1 and 7. Kana just split pushing. He's got Baron, and the pressure is just too much. More than 6,000 gold to lead for KARMINE Corp.
All that's left is to close the siege. They've got 4-1 split push. They're already inside. Mid tower's going down. TES grasping at Kana.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try. They might just be able to. This Ambessa pretty fed, and they do take him down. Jackie Love gets the shutdown. And look at Kaliss. He's just in the base, hitting the Nexus turrets, giving them thumbs up. The rest of the team is just zoned away from him as he takes away their base. Jackie Love gonna pull in Crisp, but who cares about that? They're just killing your Nexus as this is happening. 369 wants to try to stop them, but the knockup is huge. And the Ambessa, will he get a reset? Yes, he will. Uh-oh, KC, you gotta get out of there now. As the reset comes in for 369 and the chase is on. Vladdy will get Jackie Love, actually, but he's not going to get all too much more. Gets a double kill, which is more than you could say for the position he was put in for that one.
Okay. Looks like it's going to stop it.
And yeah, the other Drake. Let's see if they actually started it up, but they're in the bush, and another one comes in as the resurrect on the GA. Can they get the follow-up kill? The ult, the Heartbreaker used by Kanavi just to survive. But can they even challenge the Elder Drake is the real question.
Well, I think they're certainly going to try because they have full scent on every other fight, and all they can do is just send again. Kanavi and Cream both on the flank this time around instead of just single one like last time.
The wall, pretty good. Gonna push those other guys out of this one. The damage is big, and Kanavi's zoned away. They don't have a smite. It's Elder Dragon to KARMINE Corp, and now 369 is on the run. Well, he has to go in. He can't quite get out. Can't take down Kalist. And now only a couple of guys on the run. Cream as well, being zoned away by Kana, as he has to go in, but that's not the right direction. Takes his 8th death in this one. And in goes Yank as well. The chase potential of the Skarner is huge. They want to take down Jackie. The flash comes in. They already killed Crisp, and that is going to do it. The ace is there for KARMINE Corp, and they will get their first win here up against Top Esports.
And a big one here in game number 1. Starting the momentum for themselves, KC.